Hey everyone, so this is Abeer-Bothorona and I will be giving you a lesson today about past continuous. هنحكي عن الماضي المستمر. Okay? It's very simple, very easy. So just pay attention. سهل جدا جدا بس ركزوا شوي. Okay. So past continuous or past progressive. It has two names. الاسمين. اللي هو past progressive or past continuous اللي بمعنى الماضي المستمر. فمن اسمه ماضي مستمر بيحكي عن الماضي في فترة زمنية معينة كانت في الماضي، لهيك بسموه progressive أو continuous مستمر، فاستمر لفترة زمنية في الماضي. تمام؟ Okay. So when do we use past continuous؟ متى بنستخدمه؟ هاي جدا مهمة، بناء عليها بستخدم أي قاعدة. تمام؟ So there are uses. We have many uses إلها. But now we will mention three uses. ثلاث استخدامات. الاستخدام الأول describing an action at a particular time in the past. لما بدنا نوصف حدث معين في فترة زمنية معينة في الماضي. تمام؟ For example لما بدنا نحكي At 4 p.m. I was reading a book. At 4 p.m. I was reading a book. يعني بهذا الوقت بهذا الزمن الماضي كنت أقرأ كتاب. Okay? أنا كنت أقرأ كتاب. Okay? This is the same thing. هون was بمعنى كان أو كانت. بس كمان نستخدمه كفعل مساعد. This means إنه بفترة معينة as we mentioned that the action of reading started before يعني القراءة بلشت قبل 4 okay and continued at that time واستمرت لهذا الوقت. تمام؟ لهيك حكينا ماضي مستمر لهذا الوقت. For example لو بدنا نسأل مثلا What were you doing at 12:30? What were you doing at 12:30? فبالسؤال أو بالإجابة بنحدد الزمن. لو حدا سألنا the same thing ماذا كنت تفعل الساعة مثلا 12:30. Okay. I can say مثلا I was working. Okay. The same thing in here as we have in an example we were having lunch at 12:30. We were having lunch. ركز we were having lunch يعني كنا نتغدى. Jana was still sitting in the classroom at 5 p.m. The children were having tea at 4:30. Again في زمن معين بفترة زمنية معينة بنستخدم هاي القاعدة. تمام؟ حرجع أحكي لكم كيف ممكن نشكلها، كيف ممكن نعمل جمل، وحنرجع ناخذ مرة تانية أمثلة. Okay, let's move to the other one. هذاك أول استخدام again مرة تانية على حدث معين بفترة زمنية معينة بالماضي. أول استخدام. The second one comparing two finished action in the past. تمام؟ يعني باختصار بطريقة بسيطة إنه حدثين كانوا بالزمن الماضي واحد منهم إجا قطع الآخر. Okay. For example when I arrived the children were waiting for me. When I arrived يعني لما وصلت okay the children were waiting for me. كانوا ينتظرون. شوي نركز بمعنى المعنى هون كان ينتظر. okay so something that they were doing okay and another thing or another action came across. Another example I was falling asleep when I heard a noise downstairs. يعني الشخص كان نايم. شو الحدث الثاني اللي قطعه؟ صار في صوت بالستيرز. اوكي بالطابق اللي تحت. اوكي so الحدث حدث معين again صار اجى حدث ثاني قطعه. يعني كان I was falling asleep لسه بغفي when I heard a noise downstairs لما سمع noise تحت. طبعا بهاي الحالة في عنا بيكون عنا واحدة من الجمل بتكون simple past ماضي بسيط، والجملة الثانية اللي هي بتكون past continuous اللي هي الماضي المستمر. المثال الثاني they were just going onto the motorway when they got a flat tire. كيف معنى كانوا ركز شوي. they were كانوا just going onto the motorway. نركز بيها عن going اللي أخذت ing. when الحدث الثاني اللي إجا قطعه they got a flat tire. معنى كيف إحنا بنشر العجل. the same thing. was it raining when you went out. هل كانت تمطر لما طلعت. so he went out وبعدين كانت تمطر. the same idea. فكرة إنه حدا طلع حدث منهم. الحدث الآخر اللي هو raining كانت تمطر. so the third use الاستخدام الثالث ألا وهو لما نحكي to show that something continued for some time. يعني شغلة معينة استمرت لفترة من الزمن. as we mentioned before زي ما حكينا مثلا everyone was laughing. الكل كانوا يضحكوا لفترة معينة من الزمن كانوا كلهم يضحكوا. he was sleeping. كان نايم لفترة معينة كمان من الزمن. it's the same thing. مرة ثانية لما نحكي عن إشي معين كان مستمر بفترة زمنية بالماضي. طيب حناخد activities وبناء عليها وعلى الفورم. هسا حنعرف كيف نعمل فورم. تمام. بدنا نعمل عليهم examples. the first thing we need بس تعمل matching عشان نعرف الactivities بدون تحويل. هذول إذا بدنا نحكي عنهم هذول present continuous as they are. بس بعد شوي حنرجع مرة تانية نحولهم ل past continuous. as activities we have making I need just a second. making a sand castle. this one. taking the sun. this one. sleeping on the beach. this one. swimming in the sea. this part. camping in the forest. which one? this one is camping. reading a book. putting sunscreen and having a picnic. these are normal activities. so بس عشان نعرفهم after that حنرجع نحولهم ل continuous past continuous. for this part we're done with it. let's move to this one. how can I format. هسه كيف بدي أعمل أنا جملة. عرفنا استخداماتهم وأخذنا شوية activities or verbs. خلينا نحكي how can I format. كيف ممكن أعمل أنا جملة. كيف أكون جملة. نعرف في subject دائما بالجملة we start any one with subject زي she اللي هي it or I. we have also they you we. again ممكن نستخدم بدل ما أحط مثلا she ممكن أحط ليلى. بدل he ممكن أحط سلمان إلى آخره for the singular. and for the plural الجمع بدل they ممكن أحط for example أحمد and منير etc. بس we usually use pronouns الضمائر عادة نستخدم. كيف بكونها. subject الفاعل. بعد الفاعل هاي ما موجود عندنا هون. شو الواز شو بتاخد والوير شو بتاخد. so she he it and I عادة بيجي معهم was. يعني بحكي she was he was it was I was. and البلورال الجمع ضمائر الجمع they we and you بتصير they were we were you were. الفيرب اللي بعدهم بيكون verb ing يعني مستمر. عادة ال ing بنستخدمها مع الأفعال اللي بتكون مستمرة. بعدها الobject or complement مفعول به أو تكملة الجملة. as we mentioned before you subject بدي أحكي عن حالي أنا مين الشخص اللي عمل الشغلة. sorry you I you معنى أنت sorry أو أنتي. you were reading a book. as we mentioned subject هو you. شو الإشي المناسب ليو. you were read بنحولها reading and a book اللي هي الobject. so again نرجع لموضوع الاستخدام. أنا حسب الجملة اللي بدي أحكيها أو حسب الزمن اللي بدي أحكيه حسب عن شو بدي أحكي بنستخدم القاعدة بناء على الاستخدامات الثلاث اللي حكينا عنهم. نستخدم هاي القاعدة. تمام. you were reading a book يعني كنت تقرأ كتاب، فمعناته لفترة زمنية استمر لفترة زمنية بالماضي. اوكي. you were reading a book. لو بدي احكي لحدا والله انه انت كنت تطبخ، شو كن ممكن احكي له؟ you were cooking. you were cooking. لو بدي احكي عن حالي I was cooking. I was cooking. فبفهم منها انه المحدث صار زمان، تمام، بس استمر لفترة زمنية. اوكي. الحلو بهاي القواعد what makes it so simple when we make it question، لما نحولها ل question it's only one thing what we do with it. we do this way. okay this way. فبننقل we take this one was were or was حسب الموجود بالجملة، بنقلها to this way and we just flip بس. okay so instead of you were بتصير were you and we continue the sentence were you reading a book. were you reading a book. okay. إجابتها okay whether yes I was أو no I wasn't. طيب ليش حولنا I؟ لأنه سألنا باليو. okay. for example another example she was helping her mom. she was helping her mom. كيف ممكن نحولها to question؟ how can I make it a question؟ just flip. بدل she was she helping her mom؟ بتضل باقي الجملة زي ما هي as it is، بس ننقل ال was or were لبداية الجملة. اوكي. كيف ممكن أنفيها؟ كمان جدا سهل وبسيط. اوكي so we can make it this way. was نفيها اللي بمعنى لا، النفي يعني بمعنى لا. was wasn't بمعنى لا ما كانت أو ما كان. اوكي. were weren't بمعنى لا ما كانت أو ما كان. the same thing بس one for singular واحدة للبلورال، واحدة للمفرد واحدة للجمع. بسيط جدا. was نفيها wasn't. were weren't. for example you weren't reading a book إنه أنت ما كنت تقرأ كتاب أو ما كنت تقرأ كتاب. okay بس as simple as that. okay we can make this as a summary يعني. okay so past continuous tense. this is for affirmative, negative and question. تمام. so as we mentioned subject was or were plus verb ing. she was cooking all morning. she was cooking all morning. okay فهي كانت تطبخ طول فترة الصبح. طب how can I make it negative؟ was or were شو بتصير؟ were wasn't or weren't. بما انه عنا was she was cooking all morning شو بنحولها؟ she wasn't. okay she wasn't cooking all morning for example. and for the question the same sentence. احنا لسه بنحكي بهاي sentence. okay so we can say was she cooking all morning and the answers yes she was or no she wasn't. الإجابات تكون يا إما yes she was أو no she wasn't. okay it's the same thing for these. نفس الشيء بالنسبة له بس هاي جمل مختلفة. was she sleeping when he came home. was she sleeping when he came home؟ هل كانت نايمة لما هو إجا على البيت. okay okay so that's for the questions. very simple. okay another one as we mentioned هاي كمان already يعني هاي أشياء بتسهل عنا فإنه الواحد يضل يكررهم. so this makes it so simple. I'm sorry just a second. okay so I need to okay so for the positive زي ما حكينا sorry okay أو affirmative sorry not positive. I was working. I was working. كيف نحولها للنيجاتيف؟ I wasn't working. I wasn't working. question was I working? was I working? okay you were working. أنت كنت تعمل. so again اليو هون تاخد وير. اوكي صح انه بمعنى انت او انتي، لكن تعامل زي ما بنعرف معاملة الجمع. You were working. How can I make it negative؟ إنه ننفيها. اللي حكينا الوير بتصير weren't، بتضل الجملة زي ما هي. You weren't working. You weren't working. بالquestion نعمل flip. اوكي بنحولها were you working. Were you working. Okay, let's take another one more example. طيب he she or it was working. طبعا مش كلهم بنحطهم، في ناس بتخربط بيحطهم كلهم she he and it، لا واحدة منهم بنحط subject واحد. اوكي فاعل واحد. ممكن احكي مثلا she was working. she was working ننفيها she wasn't working. she wasn't working. كيف نحولها لسؤال؟ was she working. was she working. إجابة yes she was or no she wasn't. السنجولر المفرد بياخد was، الجمع بياخد were. okay let's do this together. نعملهم مع بعض. type the correct form in the verb in the partices of to complete each sentences. Anne blank sleep when her parents got home. sleep when her parent got home. لما أهلها إجوا على البيت كانت Anne sleep نايمة. مش عارفة الجملة. طيب Anne subject. شو الإشي اللي ناقص هون بالجملة؟ Anne in here مفرد، فشو بتاخد؟ was. sleep شو بتصير؟ sleeping. good. Anne was sleeping when her parents got home. okay what were you doing when the ball blank. شو هون بنحط؟ بأنه الجملة الأولى إجا فيها المضارع المستمر، الجملة الثانية حكينا زي ما حكينا بيجي إيش؟ ماضي. عفوا الجملة الأولى إجا فيها ماضي مستمر، الجملة الثانية بيكون ماضي بسيط. so شو بتصير هون؟ ring. what's the past for ring؟ the ball subject اللي هو الفعل، زي ما بنعرف الماضي البسيط عبارة عن subject plus verb to مع الverb to الماضي تمام plus object or complement. فعندنا subject اللي هي the ball. اوكي ring شو بتصير؟ rang. اوكي طب ليش حطينا الماضي البسيط؟ لأنه عندنا بالجملة بدايتها بلشت بماضي مستمر. اوكي what were you doing when the bell rang؟ we فراغ play soccer when it started to rain. اوكي started to rain هاي حكينا اللي هو simple past، فبدنا past continuous. we ايش الوي شو بتاخد؟ was or were؟ بما انها plural جمع we were. play بتصير playing so we were playing. we were just a second I'm sorry were playing. okay this way so we were playing when it started to rain لما بلشت تمطر. Mark was هون مكتوب عن الفاعل مش مغلبنا. Mark subject was because it's singular. chat بتصير as we mentioned chatting with the I double T بنحط اثنتين بعدين ing. what was علي do هاي الquestion. اوكي لما يكون عندنا WH question كمان بس بنضيفه قبل was أو were. what was علي blank do شو بتصير؟ doing. what was علي doing when the teacher asked him a question. okay طيب I'm gonna show you a video but before the video we need to go back to this one ونحولهم ل past continuous. تمام making a sand castle this one حكينا صح؟ فمنهم two. كيف بنحولها؟ بدنا subject ممكن نحكي they were making a sand castle. نعتبر هذا الحكي صار for example a week ago قبل أسبوع for example. okay بدنا نحكي شو كانوا بيعملوا. السؤال question زي ما حكينا قبل what were you doing. what were you doing أو what were they doing. they were making a sand castle. 2 taking the sun. السؤال what was he doing. شو كان يعمل. نحكي he was taking the sun. he was taking the sun. sleeping on the beach. which one. okay so this one. منهم 2 they were sleeping on the beach. they were sleeping on the beach. swimming in the sea. منهم 2 نفس الشيء بنحكي they were swimming in the sea. they were swimming in the sea. camping in the forest. منه 1 وهو مذكر فبنحكي he was camping in the forest. he was camping in the forest. reading a book. he was reading a book. he was reading a book. putting sunscreen. he was putting sunscreen. he was putting sunscreen. and having a picnic. and since they were plural they were having a picnic. they were having a picnic. هاي الطريقة بدنا نحولهم ل past continuous. so let's move to the other one. okay so we will watch the video and after the video we will take another activity. حنرجع بناء على هيك بس تتركز عندنا المعلومة. we will do another activity. okay so let's watch the video together.
What were you doing?
Hey, look who's here. Sis, what a surprise.
Hey, I didn't expect to see you here. Please join me.
How was your day, Julia?
Oh, I had an awful day. It seemed to be such a lovely day at the beginning. I was sitting on the balcony, drinking a cup of coffee. The sun was shining, someone was playing a violin in the street, and I was enjoying a beautiful afternoon.
okay but just we need to focus on تحكي عن إشي صار معها ب the last day. okay the previous day sorry. ف as we mentioned بفترة معينة بالماضي حصل لفترة. تمام. the sun was shining. الشمس كانت مشرقة. someone was playing a violin. هذا كان يعزف على الفايولين. okay
I was feeling hungry, so I decided to make spaghetti. But I realized that I didn't have any tomato sauce. So I went to the grocery store to buy some. After buying a few items, I finally found the tomato sauce. I was reading the label when the jar just slipped out of my hands and fell down. There was glass and red sauce all over the floor and splattered all over my shoes. I looked around and noticed that everyone was staring at me. People were smiling and whispering to each other. Soon I noticed that I was leaving a trail of red footprints through the store. I found a grocery store worker and let him know what I had just done. I offered to help clean it up, but he declined. I was so embarrassed that I wasn't even looking where I was going. And I knocked over a display of chips. I was just standing there in shock. A manager was walking by me that very moment and noticed the mess I had made. I was expecting her to be angry, but she wasn't. She said they would take care of everything. She was smiling. Maybe she was thinking about how clumsy I was.
Oh, poor you, sis. I'm sorry you had to go through this. It was just a bad day.
And there's more. While I was waiting to pay the checkout, I realized I forgot my wallet home. I was mortified.
Oh no. So what did you do?
I apologized and left all my shopping there.
Maybe you're too tired and stressed out. You should take a few days off from work and get some rest.
Yeah, you're right. You know, I called you yesterday at about 8 p.m., but you didn't answer. What were you doing?
You'll never guess what happened yesterday evening. I was sitting in the living room watching TV when I suddenly felt a strong smell of smoke. It was coming from the corridor outside our apartment. I opened the door and saw smoke at the end of the corridor. Mrs. Brown lives there. I grabbed the fire extinguisher and ran towards her apartment. I opened the door and there was a big fire. The flames were spreading quickly. I put out the fire as fast as I could. Then I saw Mrs. Brown in the living room. She was lying down on the floor. She was screaming for help.
Help! Help!
She was bleeding. I called the ambulance right away.
Oh, poor Mrs. Brown. Is she okay now?
Yes, luckily she's fine.
But what happened?
It seems that the fire was started by some candles that were burning in the living room. Mrs. Brown was dozing off when the fire started. She woke up, and while she was trying to put out the fire, she fell down and broke her arm.
She's really lucky to be alive thanks to you. You're a real hero. And where were you, Isabella, when all that happened? What were you doing?
I was taking a shower, so I didn't notice anything. But when I came out of the bathroom, I felt the smell of smoke and knew something was going on. And I soon found out everything.
I'm glad things turned out fine in the end. I'm so happy to spend such a wonderful evening with my brother and my sister-in-law.
The channel, if you would like to subscribe, it's Easy English. Thank you. Let's go back to this one. Okay, so depending, let's make sure that everything is that you got it right. خلاص مركزين. طيب, the boy, if we need to choose the correct answer, but only choose the boy is sleeping, the boy was sleeping, or the boy were sleeping. So the boy singular was sleeping. Okay, I blank when the lights went out, يعني طفت الضوء. I was reading, were reading, or am reading. I was reading. I was. في ناس تخرب بتحكي I am reading. No, I am reading لإشي هسه أنا بعمله. مثلا هسه بقرأ. I was reading يعني كنت أقرأ لما طفت الضوء. She blank the clothes. Washing. Washing معناه يغسل أو yes, yeah. She is washing, or was washing, or were washing, depending على الشيء اللي أخذناه طبعا. Okay, she was washing the clothes. Okay, I blank dinner when the visitors arrived. I was cooking. Good, I was cooking. Julia blank her homework at 8 p.m. Okay, did, was doing, or were doing. Julia was doing. So Julia was doing. Okay, so this one أفكاركم انتوا اللي حدا حب as an extra activity للناس اللي بتحب. complete the sentences, write your own ideas. تكملوا أفكاركم، أنتوا حرين لما حدث معين بيصير شو الإشي اللي قطعه. I'm gonna give you the meanings and you can do whatever أو write whatever you want. Okay. I was talking on the phone when، يعني كنت بحكي بالتليفون لما. and here you can use whatever you want. هون بنحط simple as we mentioned, simple past simple لأنه the ing it came with I was talking. I was blank when the bell rang. شو كنت تعمل؟ يعني أي حد، يعني أي فعل مناسب بالنسبة لكم you can put it. Okay. She was skateboarding when blank. حط كمان كانت تلعب بالسكيتبورد. skateboarding لما إيش؟ هون طبعا when هون بمعنى لما أو عندما، مش بمعنى متى. بالquestion معناها بيجي متى. Okay. for they blank the fire started. لما ولعت النار شو كانت؟ شو الجملة اللي قبلها؟ they إيش؟ continuous. okay. بدنا نحط هون continuous بناء عليها. 5 we blank when we hear the music. إيش كنا نعمل لما سمعنا music؟ كنا نعمل إشي. لما كنا نعمل فمعناته again past continuous. 6 I was practicing the piano. كنت بتدرب على البيانو when إيش صار؟ حكينا الحدث الثاني بالعدد اللي وقطعه اللي هو ماضي بسيط. okay. So this will be all for today, guys. This is links and resources that I used for the rights for them. So thank you guys for watching. يعطيكم العافية, and this will be all for today. Have a nice day.